So it's Monday morning daily Dharma with Insight Meditation Society. And I'm Tara. It's Monday morning, Monday in the samsaric realm, this realm of samsara, imperfect realm, always in need of correction. But here there's also always the Dharma, the truth, and the teachings that we turn to, the truth of the Buddhist teachings that are always pointing us towards the imperative of non harming and a freedom of mind and heart to meet those conditions. So, this particular morning, we wake up, news in Texas, there are still 10 million people without access to safe water, and there are many such people in the world without access to the basic resources they need. And there are struggles and crises in the world, many, such as the coup in Myanmar. And there's also tremendous beauty and care by human beings working to help each other through these conditions and for democratization and for equity. And we need the resilience and resources. We need resilience and resources to meet these samsaric conditions. We need clarity and loving kindness for ourselves and others. And so today, what I would like to focus on is exploring how we can imbue our mindfulness practice with the heart quality of loving kindness. It is tremendously powerful and transformative for our mindfulness practice. And it's a simple heart quality that's actually accessible to us all of the time. There are specific practices for cultivating loving kindness, but it's also a quality that's there that we need to begin to notice. We need to notice when it's there, and we need to notice how we can abandon the feelings of ill will in our hearts and minds that can sometimes obstruct it from being there. So, loving kindness is a simple wish for well being of ourselves and others. And that's it. It simply wishes that either ourselves or others will be well, will be at ease. It doesn't expect anything. And this is the difference between it and a sentimental kind of love, or what we call love. So, this, when I'm speaking about loving kindness, I'm speaking about metta, Metta, in Pali. And it does not seek an outcome. It does not have conditions for its care. It simply wishes well being. It's like if we are holding an infant and we have that care and we don't expect anything from that being. And so, this is the quality of heart that we can open to noticing more and more. And when we notice it more and more in our hearts, then we can naturally begin to unfold a process in which we see the benefits that it brings to our hearts and minds, the lack of contraction in our hearts, and then how that supports other opening to other transformative qualities of mind, such as mindfulness. So if we're not feeling a basic sense of loving kindness for ourselves in our mindfulness practice, then we are not accepting, we're not going to be able to accept with as much depth and ease what's happening in the present moment that's arising in our bodies and our minds. And this is why having that basic heart quality of loving kindness can support the continuity and the development of mindfulness. It's that accepting heart and mind that allows us to rest in to mindfulness and acceptance of the present moment, not in contention with it. So we're going to practice just noticing if calling to mind loving kindness for ourselves allows us to carry it through our mindfulness practice. And in a way, we're already doing it. So if you've come here, if you have an interest in practicing mindfulness, come to this live stream. That means somewhere in there, there was a simple wish for your well being, just that, and not expecting a change, not expecting some kind of different self to arise. So sometimes what we bring to our practice are some expectations, like, oh, self improvement, or I must change myself. So sometimes our mind gets wrapped up in that. But in that, there in there, there was a space. There was a space. There is a space for just that simple wish that we will be well, that we will find the freedom of mind, the compassion, the heart qualities, and the mindfulness to be able to navigate this samsaric realm that I talked about earlier, that we know is there, that it's difficult. And so we have this wish for our well being. And if it's like that and it's without this specific outcome, gaining kind of striving effort at some kind of self improvement, then the loving kindness is there. So I'm simply going to invite you to call to mind uh, that simple wish you might have had this morning for yourself, just that you would be well, just that you would have the resources to meet this day, just that you would have the resources to show up. And it's not much more than that this morning. We're just going to practice mindfulness. And if you have been able to access or notice that quality of heart and mind that I've been talking about, you can touch in every once in a while during the practice to just notice if it's there, carrying you along in the mindfulness practice. Okay, so resting into your meditation posture. It may be sitting in an alert but relaxed position. For some people, their bodies need the support of a different posture of lying down or standing. It's perfectly fine. Noticing that collectively and individually, we're shifting our attention now to practice awareness, mindfulness of what's happening in the present moment without pushing it away or trying to grasp for anything pleasant. Noticing that intention for our well being that motivates our meditation practice. And in our mindfulness practice, it can be helpful to begin by noticing strong sensations in the body, noticing the feeling of the seat on the cushion or the chair, or the feet on the floor, or the hands touching. Noticing the simple care it takes to shift our intention, to notice and be present with these bodily sensations, instead of continuing with our habits of mind, to not open to awareness of what's happening right here and right now, And for many people, that includes somewhat of a sense of disembodiment, not being aware of what's happening in our bodies moment to moment, being out of tune with that, not being in tune with it. So we can even take a moment to pause after noticing these stronger, relatively strong sensations of the body. Just send some care to those sensations, to those areas. In other words, to notice if your awareness, your mindfulness of the body also includes care, the quality of mind of simple care, the softness can feel just like a whisper. And for many people, it's helpful to have an anchor for their mindfulness practice. Oftentimes, it's the breath. It could be simply the awareness of the sensations of the meditation posture with the hands touching, for example. Or it could be hearing sounds. This anchor is something we go back to when our mind has wandered. We sense that mindfulness was not there for some time. It arises again. I would invite you to rest your mindfulness on anything that is present when mindfulness has wandered and you realize, oh, I haven't been mindful. Just with care, with that loving kindness, can we especially bring loving kindness to those moments and simply allow for the awareness of whatever it is that's arising in the body or the mind in those moments. So if it's thinking, it's a train of thought, just thinking, thinking is happening. Or if it's a uncomfortable pain or itch or sensation in the body, just noticing. And can we just be with that without pushing it away for at least a few moments, allowing, caring, caring enough to notice and notice if there's any resistance to that experience. Does that actually magnify the suffering? Can we just open with caring to what's happening right here and right now? When mindfulness is lost from any anchor we might have, and then it arises again, it might arise in relationship to a sound. No problem. Again, is caring there? Awareness of hearing, whether it's pleasant or unpleasant, just making space for that experience to arise and pass. If there's ever any judgment of, oh, I was supposed to be being mindful for the last 5 minutes, and mindful just arose again. Firstly, we can notice we didn't have control over that moment. It simply arose unbidden. Mindfulness arose unbidden because of a previous intention that we cultivated for awareness, for mindfulness of the present moment. So there it is. And can we bring care if judgment arises, for mindfulness having been lost? Can we bring care for that judgment? Just noticing it. Does it create a contraction in the mind or the heart? Are there feelings in the body associated with that? That simple wish for well being, of loving kindness, can support our ability to hold in mindfulness even these difficult experiences, afflictive emotions, difficult body sensations. Because we're not compounding it with judgment. And if judgment is there, we can bring loving kindness even to that experience. Even to that experience. And in that way, we can begin to understand the mechanism of suffering. We can begin to notice what kinds of conditions our minds tend to habitually bring to bear on the present moment that magnify and cause suffering. And notice that when that simple wish for well being, that care, that loving kindness is there, carried along with our mindfulness practice, whether we're being with the breath, we're being with body sensations, we're noticing hearing or thinking or emotions. That quality supports the unfolding of the freedom of mind we can experience through mindfulness practice. So, thank you for your presence today on Insight Meditation Society's daily Dharma. And I hope this exploration of loving kindness might carry you through your day and bring you support for meeting whatever may arise with care and with a bit more clarity, capacity to be present for and to have that appropriate response that we seek, that appropriate caring response that cares for ourselves and for others naturally because it's there and it's accessible to us all. And we can, without question, open to it, notice it, allow for its growth and development, and allow for that to be carried out, for that to impact not only ourselves, but others that we meet. It doesn't have to be in big ways, just being caring in the world. So have a wonderful day.